What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of The Haves and the Have Not, Season 8, Episode 2, Power of the Purse. Listen, girls sound like Power of the Puss, but we ain't gonna get into that. But we get to this episode. Listen, this episode, I don't know if it's because I'm a little tired, but it gave me everything that I needed. Okay. I think first of all, I think I was a little bit turned off because we seen too much of Jim Cryer, and I already told y'all the history on the real actor that actually played him. And, every time I see him doing this, it's like, are you a racist in real life? Because that's what you come off. That southern twang adding to it just don't make it no better. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. It's called acting. We just don't know. We just don't know. But we get into the episode, and it picks up where it left off last week with Hannah and Derek. Derek had came up into the house. Hannah was like, "Oh my God, what you doing up in here? What are you doing up in here? Get up out of here!" And Derek was like, Hannah, please, I work here. You know what I'm saying? I work here, but let me explain everything that happened. You know what I'm saying? Listen, no, I don't want nothing to talk to you. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't need to talk to you. Don't you? No, no, just get away. Just get away. Just get away. Just go. But Hannah, please, just let me talk to you. I'm a changed man. I'm different. I'm a Christian. I said, oh, no, you didn't. So I'm a Christian up in there trying to hit her where her holiness at. Okay. I said, Derek, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Now, Derek, listen, you could be a changed man all you want. If she says this is the thing about Derek. Derek don't understand that no means no. Okay. You obviously didn't understand it in the beginning because Hannah said no and you still took her goodies from her and got her pregnant, okay? I don't care if you was high or not. You know what I'm saying? She said stop, bitch, and you kept on going. She telling you to stop right now and you're still going, okay? And it's like, damn, Derek, you talking about something you changed, but you just not understanding it. You're repeating old habits without the forceful actions of it. You know what I'm saying? You trying to, I understand you want to clear your conscience and get it out the way. And, you don't want this lady that you actually like to, hate you, but you did a despicable act, an act that regardless of if she forgive you for herself or for you or whatever, she still got to live with that trauma. Ain't no telling what that lady go through when she go to sleep at night. Okay, if she go to sleep at night, she probably have nightmares still to this day. You know what I'm saying? And you up here talking about something, but I've changed. I've changed. You won't let me speak. Listen, you can say you sorry. You can say you a changed person. You can say you different. You can do all of that stuff. It still ain't gonna change the fact. Like you said, you can't change the past. Okay, we can't change the past, so keep on going, boo boo. You said you sorry. You said you changed. Now get up out of here. Hannah said you a Christian, right? So you know the Bible, right? You know that you got this thing where you can go up and you think that you're gonna meet Jesus, right? But let me tell you this: if I ever see you again, and if you ever come in time to talk to me again, I'll let you meet Jesus real quick, sooner than you supposed to. I said, oh, Hannah said, bitch, I'm gonna take you out myself, okay, and call it self-defense. She told him, listen, bruh, I don't like to do this to my black men, but you a predator at this point. You don't know that no means no. I'm telling you to get the hell up out of here. I told you that you was fired. Oh, you can't do nothing like that because Catherine. Oh, yes, I can because I'm the power of attorney, okay? I can do all of this stuff. That's what it is. So if I say that that you're fired, and if you don't leave up out of here, I'm going to call the cops. Okay? So she gets on the phone. He was like, you ain't going to call the cops. She said, bitch, 911, what's your emergency? Listen, it's this dude up in this house. He just won't leave. What is the threat? Is there any weapons? Nah, it ain't no weapon, but it's gonna be some shit if he don't get his ass up out of here. And I need y'all to come here now. Okay, mind you, Hannah didn't got the knife. Okay, she was ready to go down if she needed to. You know what I'm saying? Because Derek was playing. All right. So the cops do wind up showing up. Derek was leaving out the house or whatever. And at this point, the cop was like, so what's the issue? He was like, I work here. I'm the handyman or whatever. She said, used to work here and I'm the manager of the estate. That's what my job title is. And so therefore, he was like, the cops was like, is there a problem? He was like, Derek, here go Derek looking at Hannah. Hannah, Say what it is. Say what it is. She was like, it ain't no problem right now because now he finally finna get his ass up out of here. And it was like, let me see your identification. Man, what? I ain't do nothing. I said, nigga, show him your identification before you be another hashtag, okay? Just do it. Just do it, okay? Oh, I sound Baltimore and everything when I said just do it. Just do it. That's how y'all be saying do, to, you. Girl, it be funny to me. I like it though. But anyway, moving on from that. So they go ahead and run his identification, bitch. They come back and they said, Derek, you are under arrest because there is a warrant out for your arrest. I said, oh, Derek, what you do? See, you should have just left. You should have just left. You shouldn't have threatened that Christian woman like that, okay? They got God on their side. They don't, Hannah got the blood of Jesus on her side, okay? No. Because she'd have been through the fire and she'd have came out, okay? She'd have came out on the other end unhinged and untouched, okay? You don't play with her like that, okay? Because when she says she gonna do something, she gonna do something, and look what you done got yourself into. Meanwhile, moving on from that, let me fast forward because I want to make sure I get everything out of this. I'm sorry, because something slipped my mind about something. But anyway, we get to the hospital and Jim, girl, Jim just cannot. And this is the thing I have with, and this is what a lot of people have problems with, especially with white men in power. Some of them can be so fucking rude. And not just to other people of other ethnicities. Girl, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Tongue tied, I'm tired. Okay. Other cultures and backgrounds. There we go. We're going to simplify it like that for somebody to be like, bitch, I don't spell it. I know how to say it, but I just can't say it right now. Tongue tied like a mug. But anyway, he's just really rude, okay, to anybody. He's rude to the doctor that said that he was going to help him out with Celine and get the Celine fired. He was like, just give me my clothes so I can get the fuck up out of here. That's what you gonna do. You gonna help me put my clothes on. I said, ew. And I'm sitting here looking at Jim like, bitch, you got a flesh wound. You got shot in the goddamn shoulder, bitch. Get your ass up and go home, okay? Do what you gotta do. So Marty comes in there. Now, at this point, I thought Marty was about to come in there and spill the beans about, Catherine putting Hannah in charge of her estate or whatever, and about the accountant want to get Jim on board to take the money and take her to court and all that stuff to clarify the to have her be declared insane or some shit like that, temporary insanity or whatever, or something like that. But no, he just told Jim that Wyatt is in jail. Well, they found Wyatt. He's in the hospital. He's still locked up, but he's in the hospital. He tried to kill himself or whatever, So at this point, he's asking what's going on with Catherine. He want to see Catherine. He want to see Wyatt. He go down there to see Wyatt. Wyatt putting on a goddamn act because I knew he was putting on the act right then and there when he was like, Dad, I'm sorry. Just get me out of here. I'm not made for prison. Please. And he was like, okay, cool. I'm going to see what I can do. And he was like, Dad, I love you. And he was like, Jim kind of choked up a little bit. I said, bitch, what? Before when Wyatt had him going because he was about to choke up, right? But then when Wyatt said, I love you, Jim kind of felt like he knew that Wyatt was playing the game, okay, or that was the first time that he told him that he loved him. Wyatt talked about something. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shoot you. I was just a drug. Cause I need to be up in a rehab. That's what I need to do. I can't do it in jail and all this stuff. Dad, I love you. Say you love me back. And he was like, I love you, you sick son of a bitch of son of mine. I said, oh, okay. Mind you, when Jim was coming over there to see Wyatt, Celine had ran into her son, and he was like, why you ain't tell me that there was an eviction notice on the door, okay? Why you ain't tell me we was finna get evicted? I'm finna go over there and fuck up Jim Cry, okay? I already went over there, tried to threaten him, pulled a gun on him and all this stuff. Jim ran across him into the hallway, saying all his stuff, being rude as shit and everything. And I'm just like, and then said, I'm finna go see my real son. And old boy said, you mean the drug addict one that tried to kill your ass? For real? That one that you want to claim? I said, this shit is just twisted. I said, Celine, what did you see up in him? Baby, Jim is giving me Arnold Schwarzenegger in the maid. Okay, remember Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was governor? Okay, Republican governor, you know, married to Marie Shriver, Democrat royalty from the line of the Kennedys. Okay, girl, I'm giving y'all a little bit of history lesson. Okay, it was this big scandal a few years ago, when they found out that Arnold, oh, be back. Arnold was fucking the maid. Okay, Arnold was fucking the maid and then had a son by the maid and couldn't even deny it because the boy looked just like him. Okay, when I tell you he looked just like him, his clone, carbon copy clone. Okay, I said, That's what it's giving me. And the maid, I think, was Hispanic or something like that, or Latin descent. That's what this whole storyline is giving me. But, Arnold wasn't being the asshole at this point that we know of, to the maid or whatever, to the baby mama. Celine get pulled into the office of her boss, and I'm thinking, oh Lord, they're about to fire Celine. Celine was like, oh my God, you can't fire me. You can't do this. You know what I'm saying? I need this job. That man is trying to make my life hell and all this stuff. And he was like, calm down, okay? Now let me tell you something. Dr. Mims came up in here trying to get me to fire you or whatever, saying that you kept on talking to the patients, and you was harassing one particular patient, all that. But I'm not going to fire you because that's not what we do up in here, but I am going to put it down in your file, okay? And if I get another complaint like this, you are going to get fired, all right? But what I need you to do is don't go around the patients, okay? And stay away from Dr. Mims. I said, whew. Thank God, we got somebody that's looking out for Celine too, and I just want to see how this is going to play out with Veronica, being on her case and everything as well. And so at this point, David come up in there, talking to Jim, trying to get him up out of there. Jim wanted Jeffrey to come out there to, talk to him. Girl, talk to Wyatt. Meanwhile, Jeffrey is up in the bed, staying there. I find it so cute when couples. Okay, here it is. I find it cute when couples stare at each other while they sleep or whatever in a loving way, but sometimes I find it creepy. I don't know where I stand with Jeffrey, all right? Like, Jeffrey was just staying at Madison while they was in the bed asleep or while he was asleep. And I was like, Jeffrey, just wake him up. Just be like, babe, babe, wake up. He gonna go. I said, girl, Jeffrey, what is you doing? All this, just nudge the nigga to wake him up, okay? Just nudge him. Wake up. He was like, hey, what's going on? He was like, you slept in late. I said, what? What's going on here? Basically, they have a little conversation, Madison slept in late or whatever. I guess it was his day off, or he just has a late start to the day. And he was tossing and turning. He was thinking about Veronica, thinking about Kobe and all that stuff. And, Jeffrey is a little nervous about what's Veronica doing because he already know that she's plotting. She's plotting the demise of everybody, okay? Everybody, and in the midst of them talking about that, of course, Madison trying to act like he ain't really scared or whatever, but he is, because Veronica crazy, okay? That bitch got stabbed in the titty and kept on going. Jeffrey stabbed her ass in the titty and she's still going. She ain't learned her lesson yet. But anyway, so he gets a phone call from his dad, basically trying to see what he doing, if he's doing, is he interrupting anything. I said, David, get over it. You saw your son having sex. I'm pretty sure Jeffrey done seen you and Veronica had sex when he was younger or whatever. Let it go. Quit making it a big thing. It ain't that big of a deal, okay? Moving on from that, he want him to go down there to see to see Wyatt. So Jeffrey goes down there to see Wyatt, okay? And they're having this conversation, and Wyatt lets his plan be known that, yeah, I'm playing my dad, okay? I'm playing up to this act like I love him and that I'm sorry and all that stuff, but I meant to kill his ass. I wanted to kill his ass, but that shit didn't happen and all that stuff. But he gonna get me up out of jail and all this. And Jeffrey was like, bro, that ain't how it works, okay? You're going to jail. You attempted to kill somebody. The DA got shit on you. You are going to jail, okay? What you need to do is you need to get help and admit that you're a fucking drug addict. That's what you need to admit, okay? And all this stuff. Jeffrey was telling Wyatt about himself, the shit that his parents wouldn't tell him, okay? Well, if they did tell him in a way that it stung. And it stung him because at this point in time, Wyatt gets up in his feelings and he like, listen, bitch, you ain't my friend no more, okay? You need to go do whatever it is you gotta do, but you need to get the fuck up out of here. Okay, I don't need nothing from you. You disgusting, you this, you that, or whatever. Making these sexual innuendos about what Jeffrey be doing in his bedroom and all this stuff. And Jeffrey said, yeah, I do hop on shit and it's curved. I said, oh, Jeff. I need to know that. Okay, but all right, Madison. And at this point, Jeffrey was like, listen, you used to say stuff like this and it used to hurt me. Because y'all remember when the show first came on, Jeffrey had this big crush and heart on for Ethan. What's his name? Ethan? Wyatt. Is that his real name? Why am I calling him by his real name? Anyway, mind you, I have a coworker named Ethan too. Don't know why that name just popped up, but it did. Anyway, weird. Wyatt, okay? Have a little thing. He had oh my God, he was so in love with him. He was so in love with him, and I was like, that boy ain't gay. It is one thing to be so crushing on a straight person and you gay or lesbian, girl, it is the kiss of death, especially when they don't give no inclination that they could even attempt to cross over to try it, even just give it a little taste or whatever, and then go back to them being straight. Girl, but it happens. It happens. Trust and believe it happened. It has happened to me before, okay? But I might give y'all a story time about that. But anyway. So, he gets up in his feelings, and then Jeffrey said, you know what, if you don't want to talk to me, you don't got to talk to me. That shit don't hurt you no more. My numbers has changed or whatever. He was like, my number changed too. He said, exactly, to the prison numbers. That's what your number has changed into, okay? That's what it is. And so Jeffrey left. Wyatt goes on his little tantrum, calling him a little bitch and all that stuff, whatever. I hate you. Girl, shut up, Wyatt, okay? Just shut up. Meanwhile, Jim goes down there to see Catherine, okay, at the jail, and they going back and forth and talking about how each other look and just throwing shots at each other, whatever. Baby, this was an arranged marriage, okay? You can tell Jim married Catherine for her money because ain't no love. I know people fall out of love when they, after a certain time of being together, after so many years, but they still got love for each other and respect, in most of these marriages or whatever, when they don't be in love, they still have some type of love for each other and respect that they won't disrespect them and make the other one look a fool. Not these two, bitch. This is pure hate and dislike, okay, between them, and he talking about, she's trying to get up out of there. He talked about something, he might have a plan that might cost a lot of money to get her out of there, whatever. All this stuff. Woo, woo, woo. I need to go down to the loft because I don't want to go back to the house. And, oh, you can't go to the house because you still up in here and all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, well, you can't go to the loft because I sold the loft. Not really. She didn't sell it, but she got her little boy toy playing up in there. That's what she got, And so, Broderick. Is it Broderick? Yeah, Broderick. He up in there, so he talking about that. So, they go back and forth, and then the guards come get Catherine after she called. It was like, oh, the guards came and got you actually, huh? They came at your whim, huh? And she was like, I'm Catherine Cryer, and don't you fucking forget that. I said, oh, Catherine. All right. He laughing and shit. Girl, they finna put Underground on, okay? Let me ask you this question. I'm finna interject right quick. If you're about to play the repeat of the couple of seasons that we had of Underground, why is it that you couldn't just pick up the show and continue it on? We don't want to see no goddamn repeat. We want to see the continuation of the shit. Okay? When we was going through that whole thing when Underground was on WGN, whatever channel that was, bitch, we wanted to see the rest of it. When it was trying to shop around from network to network to network, you could have picked it up. You could have picked it up. You could have put some money up into it. Y'all could have got Ava on board. Y'all could have got Misha and Ava to work together, whatever, get these big finance, get these grants and all this stuff. Y'all could have made that shit happen if you're finna make this happen right here. Okay? I am so mad. I am so mad because that was my show. That was my show. Sting. Okay, that was when I first got introduced to Sting and I fell in love with her. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Amira. She on Twitter. She followed me on Instagram. That's Tegan from How to Get Away with Murder if y'all don't know. But that's my good girlfriend. But anyway, yes, piss me off. Piss me off. But anyway, back to the goddamn show. And so at this point, Jim goes home. David takes him back to the house. Jim didn't want to go back to the house because this is where he got shot at. Mind you, Jim is on painkillers. Okay, so David got him up in the house. He talking about some, look, David, this is where it all happened right here. Mind you, they sitting there plotting. Okay, the conversation, I said, oh, this is what rich people talk about. Do y'all really sit here and talk about taking people out? When y'all be taking people out or whatever, is this how y'all be planning the stuff? Because I ain't never been in no conversations like that where I be like, damn. I just thinking about all the people that be trying to take people out, who have taken people out, and got in trouble for it or whatever. I'm like, is this how the conversation talk happen? Okay? Because they sit there talking about how, remember when I tried to take Veronica out for you? You told me not to because, Jeffrey and all that stuff. But now you want me to take Veronica out and I got a plan in store for her and all that shit. He was like, kill the bitch because she went too far. What she did to my son and what she did to Erica. I said, oh, you really cared for Erica. You was in love with Erica, okay? Girl, I'm sitting here like, what is going on? And at one point, because Jim was talking about how he added the $8 million or whatever because of Candace. And he was like, take Candace's ass out. Nah, she protected by the Malones or whatever. She did something for them. And, you got Mitch up there talking about some, let her keep the money or he gonna come back there and kill him or whatever. And David was like, do you think they all got something to do with this? Do they agree to do this or whatever? You need to look around and see if they would, if they in on that same plan, because I don't think so. Because remember, Mitch went out on a limb and did that shit himself. Okay. But at this point, they was talking about that. I said, bitch, the house could be bugged. The house could be bugged. And you up here talking about plotting to kill Veronica, plotting to kill Candace, plotting to kill goddamn Catherine. Okay? He talking about something. David was like, go down there and try to get Catherine to get you power of attorney. I said, that shit ain't gonna happen because she already gave Hannah power of attorney. Okay? It's not gonna happen. He up there drinking and then Jim said something towards, this is the reason why I kept you. I know it was the reason why I kept you around. And I don't know, like, given what I know about him once again, and given the racist undertones and overtones of Jim's character on this show, he might as well call that nigga a boy, okay? And said, listen, nigga, that is exactly why I kept you around. That's what he could have called him. Because you was good for something. That's what he seemed like, Every time I see David, it's like Uncle Tom as to Jim. I just don't get it, And so they go upstairs because Jim has been drinking while he's on this medication. I said, listen, this fool, he gonna stumble his ass down the steps if it weren't for David. And they go up into the bedroom, got Hannah up in there looking up stuff, doing her shit or whatever, and Jim looking like, what the fuck are you doing here? I said, oh shit. I just hate the scenes between Hannah and Jim because, like I said, it's just so, the vitriol, the racism, the undertones, oh my God, the overtones, I should say. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. It just hits me in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? And I just be like, I don't like this man talking to this black woman like this. But anyway, that was the Haves and the Have-Nots. If I missed anything, put it down in the comments, and I will see you guys later. Peace.